We are now live on YouTube! Somebody please tweet that. Where's Mark? I gotta say hi, Mom. She'll be watching in like 30 seconds. I gotta get all my swears out of the way before she signs on. 5 minutes? You have 5 more minutes to work on the quiz. Don't Google. Google's no fun. See if you can spot the Easter eggs in these logos that identify all of these satellites. Also, holy shit, 10 years! We've been doing this for 10 years, and I am so glad that you guys are all here to celebrate with us. I'm not gonna cry! 5 more minutes to work on that quiz. Everybody is going home with prizes tonight. We have so many prizes, it's ridiculous. But you gotta earn them. Can I explain what? I'll do it, okay. So the logo game, just in case, the logo game is up on the screen in between all of our advertisements. So there's 20 logos, and you have game cards to identify those 20 cities. So all you have to do is write down the number that corresponds to the 20 cities that are listed on your game card. There's number 11 and number 12, for example. And so you got to watch them go through, and all 20 of them will be up there. There's hints. A lot of them, there's hints. Sometimes the hints are more obvious than others. We have 2 drink specials tonight. One is called the Cosmic Kiss, and one is called the Galactic, and they are both delicious. 5 more minutes. Our YouTube stream is working, and so we're going to get that out on social media. Your mom is waiting here. Mark's mom is watching the YouTube already.
Yay. Go, Jocelyn. Raise your hand if you have a seat open next to you. Raise your hand if you have your seat open next to you. If you're looking for a seat, look at these people with raised hands. There's
We've
a
got
seat
seats
open next
in
to
the
them.
splash zone down here, right up front. These are the nosebleeds slash the splash zone.
All right, 5 more minutes.
4 seats up front. Okay.
We're going to go one more time through the trivia, and then we're going to get started. But if you're ready, if you finish the trivia and it's ready to pick up, you can put your hand up. Caitlin's going to come around, start collecting them up. Maybe we'll get some others to help with that too. Mark is going to help with that too. If you're ready for the trivia, Mark is also collecting. And please make sure your name is on it. That would be bad if it wasn't. Well, hey, Mark.
Hello, Brian. And hello, everybody. Welcome to Astronomy on Tap!
I was going to do that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brian.
Maybe we can be louder. Welcome to Astronomy on Tap's 10th anniversary.
Yeah!
I am Brian Levine, sometimes known as MC Tycho Brouhaha.
I am Mark Popenchak, MC Infrared Riding Hood.
And
Thank
we
you.
are something. I don't know.
We're
We didn't practice
part of
that
a
part.
collective of producers who are happy to bring you the 10th anniversary of Astronomy on Tap. Yeah! 10 years!
10 years ago, we started. Well, Emily's going to be telling a little bit
Yes.
more of this history. But we are happy. Don't give it away. Right? We can. I mean, I was just going to point at Andy and be like, Andy's here. For anyone from the way station,
Andy!
Andy's right there.
What is the meaning of this, Andy? What is Andy for people who don't know? Who is Andy?
Andy is a philosopher, not an astronomer, definitely an assistant to Neil Gaiman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andy was. We'll talk more about Andy later, but Andy was the proprietor of the Way Station, where we started 10 years ago.
Yep.
And it's really been just an amazing ride, and so thank you, of course. We'll get to thanking Andy more officially later. But right now, we need to collect your
Trivia.
Trivia cards, yes.
Trivia cards. So again, if you have your trivia cards completed, please raise your hands, put them up. We have runners coming around. We see some over there. We're not running, walking. It's like a pool.
Don't fall in the pool.
We are going to collect these trivias and grade them. This is the first game of the night.
Yes.
But there are other games.
Games and raffles. We've got over $1,000 worth of stuff to give away.
$1,000.
We've got a whole bunch of stuff signed by Neil Tyson to give away.
$1,000.
So
nice.
we didn't price that out on eBay, but that's probably worth something too.
And who knows?
Yeah.
What else? Let's give a huge round of applause to DROM, our host for the night. Everybody give a round of applause to DROM. Please be sure to tip the staff and our servers. Nice.
Yep. So we've got a lot to pack in tonight. The way Astronomy on Tap usually works is we try to get multiple presentations, make them fun, make them engaging. So we have we have the trivia that just happened. We're going to have some more games, as Mark mentioned, one that's very interactive, new style of game. And a bunch of talks and some live flying through the universe as well at one point. But to start the evening off, we wanted to bring up the Astronomy on Tap founder, Emily Rice. Professor Emily Rice, what do you want to go?
Emily
There we go.
Rice. Yeah!
How's it going, Emily?
I still can't believe this is happening.
Well, believe it, because we're here. Let me give you that.
I honestly haven't thought. We have done so much planning for this for the last 3 hours, and I mean months, several months, and I haven't thought through the rest of this. But that's okay, as long as somebody can just start the wrap it up sign in about 90 seconds.
And just to point this out, this is show number 122.
Wait, 122.
We are still the world leader in shows.
We are.
Nice.
And Emily will explain what that means in a moment, I think.
Let's give one more round of applause
Get
to
off my
Emily
stage!
Rice!
Oh, guys. I can't believe this. I have about 50 slides. No, I'm just kidding. But I have way too much to talk about, way too much. But all I'm going to do is give you a tiny little history of the bigger picture of Astronomy on Tap. So cosmology in astrophysics is the study of the origin and the evolution of the universe. That's all. Everything. Absolutely everything. And so I'm going to do that, but for Astronomy on Tap in 15 minutes, hopefully. And so What? Okay, so I am Emily Rice. I'm a very serious professor. I teach at CUNY. I have tenure, and so I can spend my time doing things like this. Oh, okay. There is somebody called DJ Carly Sagan who often shows up at these Astronomy on Tap events and looks like me. Is not me. Had nothing to do with Astronomy on Tap, except for the times that I couldn't make it. So, okay, she got into my slides. Everybody, password protect your Dropbox. Okay. Yeah, so still, Brian, thanks a lot. Okay, I'm still going to do this. So I'm Emily, not Carly. So Astronomy on Tap wasn't the beginning. Maybe our Big Bang wasn't the beginning. We don't know. We do know a little bit for Astronomy on Tap. Astronomy on Tap, to give full credit, actually started out as Astronomy Uncorked in New Haven, Connecticut. And it was started by this woman, Meg Schwam, who is currently a professor at the Queen's University in Belfast, Northern Ireland. She was a postdoc at Yale at the time. She's a wine person. She named all of her computers after wine. If you're a nerd, you know that that's how we show our love for things, is by naming our computers. And so she did these 2 events in 2012 called Astronomy Uncorked. And I met her at a conference, and she was like, "You're in New York City. I have these great events, and they're super fun. I want to do them in New York City." And I was like, "Let's do it. Count me in, as long as I don't have to do anything in advance." And so she said yes. They actually found a bar. So her and her Yale colleagues found a bar in Brooklyn that I, no joke, used to live across the street from and had never been to. And that bar was called the Way Station, and it had a TARDIS for a bathroom. Yeah, so Andy said yes at the very beginning. Meg so Meg is really co-founder of Astronomy on Tap. I really give her a lot of credit for this. For this, no joke, she won a Carl Sagan medal from the Division of Planetary Science for the AAS. Yeah. Not only for Astronomy on Tap, like also for some amazing things that she did, including, she's not actually David Bowie, but she did a citizen science project, a community science project called Planet 4. And one of the things they did is looked for spiders on Mars. Get it? Yeah. So spiders on Mars is actually like a geologic feature on the surface of Mars. And so she received this Carl Sagan Medal several years ago for a lot of her science outreach, Astronomy on Tap and the Community Science Project. But here's observational evidence of our first event at the way station. I don't expect you to read this stuff, but I want to show you that it was on Facebook. We had 6 presenters, 6 presentations. It was way too many. I talked about exoplanets, but there was a bunch of other people that spoke. And then we had I totally lifted this logo from another person who had a podcast and made this picture for a podcast. But I was like, I asked for permission, and they said yes. And so I was like, sweet. So that's how our logo started. And then I eventually said, like, that was fun. Maybe we'll do it again. Maybe. We did another one in July, and holy shit, stuff took off. So by the end of 2013, we had a satellite location already. The first one was actually Columbus, Ohio, started by Dimitri Muna, who was in New York City at the time, but then moved to Columbus, Ohio. We did another one uptown at the Ding Dong Lounge, which was a dirty, dirty pool bar. This is a sheet. They didn't even have a screen or a TV. We would literally hang up a bed sheet against the brick wall. It was classy. And then this happened, which I still can't believe. A month before, like November, the Intrepid reached out to us and were like, do you want to do an event on a battleship? Like under the ass of the space station, or not the space station, a space shuttle, a lander, not an orbiter, but still, I'm not going to split hairs. And we did it! With a month notice, we did Astronomy on Deck with free champagne, a free event. It was amazing. I still can't believe that happened. We got real logos made up by a scientist. One was not enough, and so we had him make a bunch of logos. They were amazing. And then other astronomers started to find out that we were doing these events, so Columbus, Ohio, and they started to take off all over the world. And I have little pictures on here of like who to give credit to. So Meg moved to Taiwan, did one in Taiwan. Somebody in Chile found out about what we were doing. I went to Toronto and told them about it. But it started spreading like all over the country. It turns out that astronomers like to drink. And people like to drink when they're learning about space. And so this got super duper popular. There's even more space drafts. Somebody had already actually done it in Tucson. This is called covariant. What's it called? It's when two things evolve eyes at the same time. Nerds. Convergent. Thank you. Convergent evolution. So they were called space drafts, but then they rebranded as Astronomy on Tap Tucson. We bought them out. It starts to get a little complicated of how things started spreading. And so I had one of us make this video that should be playing. And it shows you, so all the little pins dropping are new places where Astronomy on Tap happened. And so I have active galaxies, or active satellites in yellow, and quiescent satellites in orange. So not all of them happen all the time. At most, they happen kind of once a month. But all these places around the world, Hawaii, Taipei in Taiwan, Korea, Iceland might be about to get started, so that one's quiescent because it hasn't started still. All over Europe, a couple in South America, Bogota, Colombia. It has been absolutely amazing to know that these things are going on all over the world. January 2020, we are flying high. Oh my, we're averaging 30 to 40 events per month. I'm sending out a monthly newsletter. I'm updating the website. We're averaging more than one event per day in like almost 100 locations around the world. Amazing. And then they all get canceled. I had just moved. I had just started a new job. I had 2 kids at home. And so what do? A 7-hour live stream In April of 2020, I still can't believe we did this. I coordinated with a bunch of other people literally around the world a 7-hour live stream to commemorate our 7th anniversary in 2020. We started in Tel Aviv, Israel, went across Europe to the east coast of the US and Canada, and then across the US and Canada to the west coast. And I did a little bit at the beginning, a little bit at the end, and it just kept going until our YouTube broke after 7 hours. Like, I still can't believe we had, in this event, we had the president of the AAS, which is our professional society. Like, my boss's 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 boss was part of this. The president of the International Astronomical Union was a part of this. Chris Lintott, Katie Mack, like a shit ton of other people who have like written books and things like that. We had a special guest that was Bobek Ferdozi, who is NASA Mohawk guy. I still can't believe he said yes. And it happened. It was amazing. Slowly, things started to pick up again. So last month, we hit, for the first time since January 2020, we hit an average of over 1 event per day in March of 2023. I can't believe I didn't say March 2023, or 2003, because that's what I think it is. And now we are here. Thank you. Thank you, nerds, I still can't believe that we're doing this. And so really, really quickly, I want to go through a top 10 events of things that have happened in Astronomy on Tap worldwide. We've had over 100 events in New York City, but we're approaching 2,000 events worldwide. And some of them, I've just got to tell you, are ridiculous. So this one I want to mention, it happened in Baltimore. Baltimore started up again recently, but the very first event was in a bar called the Auto Bar. It was a while ago, we had a Mars 1 finalist. Remember when they were going to send people to Mars? And then they're like, oh no, it's a psychology experiment. And we were like, fuck you. This woman was going to go to Mars. And people asked her, she was like, you're going to die on Mars? She had kids, a family. She was like, I'm ready to die on Mars. Sure, screw them. So she spent like 15 minutes. Professor Buzzkill, fuck. Okay, so Carly got into that one. I gave a little talk too. It was really nice because I lived in Baltimore for a year kind of before I started astronomy. So to come back and give a talk at a bar where I drank before I was an astronomer was very, very fun. And it's also the home of Hubble and now the home of the JWST. This one was also really fun. So Baton Rouge, these are scientists in like a Zydeco band, and they had their Zydeco band perform at the Astronomy on Tap. And these scientists are also somewhat famous for the WTF star. If everybody remembers that star that kind of went viral on social media, and I think they had a Kickstarter to fund their research because it was that star that the Kepler Space Telescope found where there was big, unusual dips in the light curve that everybody was like, maybe it's aliens. And the astronomers were like, maybe it's aliens. Which usually doesn't happen. Usually we're like, no, definitely not aliens. And for this star, it took us like a couple years to say, no, it's probably not aliens. And so they banked on that for a little while. And so Alien Zombie Comets was their custom song about this science, which is just super fun. Who does that? And then Astronomy on Tap Bonn in Germany got real doctors, useful doctors, medical doctors, to talk about stuff from, I think this was, I know, right? I think there was something about climate science in the UN, but like people that are doing good stuff to help this world and not just understand the other worlds out there. And that was the Bs. So Baltimore, Baton Rouge, and Bonn I got through. No, I'm just kidding. This one was amazing. So people actually learn science in Las Vegas now because of Astronomy on Tap. There's a bar called Astronomy Ale Works, and Astronomy on Tap Las Vegas brought a real piece of Mars, a Martian meteorite, to the bar from one of their events, which is amazing. Also, science in Las Vegas is amazing. Astronomy on Tap Seattle is one of the bigger ones, and they had an actual real live astronaut. And they packed 500 people into their it's like a tent outside a brewery. And so that's not the astronaut presenting, but that's how packed the venue was for this astronaut. This is one of my favorites in New York City, so we did actually convince Bobek to do something for us, but as part of the World Science Festival at Astronomy on Tap, we did science on a sphere, which is so that big circular projector, you could project the globe onto it or other stars or images. We played a game that was called Earth or Mars, and so we projected up a picture that was either Earth or Mars. Earth is pretty cool. The best was so we had everybody play the game, and then I had Bobek play it live and guess the answers live, and he was willing to do this, which was amazing. Until we put up one image, and he's like, well, I know that one because I took that photo with the rover on Mars. And I was like, fine, sure, cool. Yeah, that was a flex. But he didn't get them all right. That was we stumped him, and somebody in the audience actually beat Bobek, and so they got an extra prize. That was very fun. That was like 2014. Another one is, Astro Fashion with Startorialist. So we have not only stuck to traditional kind of research science, but one of my other side projects is Startorialist, which designed this dress, which is also me. And we take astronomy images and we put them on clothing for you to buy. It started out as a blog and a kind of an outreach project, except all of the other astronomers wanted to buy this stuff, basically. And so we turned it into an online shop, and now is in an online shop. We've provided a bunch of prizes for tonight. But back before it was a shop, we did a crossover event. There was Astro Fashion. We actually had the debut of so the woman in the center there does celestial buddies, which are stuffed planets. They are absolutely adorable. Available at Startorialist. And you might see them at museum shops and things like that. And so this was only like a couple months after the New Horizons flyby. And so these were their prototypes of Pluto and Charon. And we tweeted this picture, and a planetary scientist said, you've got to swap the colors. Because Pluto is the bigger one here, but Pluto is actually lighter and Charon is darker, or vice versa. And so we had a critique from a scientist via social media. They fixed those, and now there's Pluto and Charon that you can buy as a set of stuffed planets. They're adorable. It was very, very fun. Two more times, 3 times total, we did Astronomy on Deck. So the very, very first one happened in December 2013. We had another one happen for an anniversary of the Hubble Space Telescope launch in 2015. And then we had another one for the anniversary of the Star Trek TV show, 50 years after the TV show debuted, because the Enterprise, of course, is named after the USS Enterprise, or the Enterprise, the future spacecraft, is named after this Enterprise, and the boat Enterprise. It starts to get complicated when you talk about time travel. Speaking of complicated, we had nothing better to do, one of the things that we decided to do was when the Cosmos TV show came out with Neil Tyson hosting, we did 13 episodes. We watched them and kind of did a little MST3K type thing with them. So we watched the episodes with a scientist, have a scientist kind of critique it, all 13 episodes. Did we pause the regular Astronomy on Tap events at the same time? No. We did 2 events per month. I got so many parking tickets in Williamsburg. Oh my God. You're welcome, Williamsburg. And then we had Neil Tyson FaceTime in for the finale. And he FaceTimed in from a taxi. And so that's him and we actually got people to be able to talk to him and ask him questions at this finale for his TV show, which was very wonderful. He's very, very helpful to us. Number 2, this is all New York City stuff at the end, I just realized. Wow. Number 2, we had 2 different theater collaborations. One that they did with a theater company called Infinite Variety Productions, did a show called Insignificant about the Harvard computers, the women astronomers in the early 1900s. And so they did some of the scenes from the play on the stage, and we interspersed that with the science, the research that the women were doing. It was amazing, and it still is really heartwarming for me. And then the other one that also involved puppets, because why not, was called Our Friend Albert, about Albert Einstein. And so we actually did that on Pi Day, which is also Albert Einstein's birthday, March 14th. Number 1. Oh, I did, right. There was a tie for number 3. Astronomers also can't count, so there was a tie for number 3. So, yeah. Number one. Everybody ready for what number 1 is? Number 1 is everything that Astronomy on Tap New York City is going to do next! I can't future. It is the future. We have done so many amazing things. We got picked up by NPR because we did this science and politics thing. We've done so many amazing, random, different things, and it's been so much fun. Okay, one more thing, because this logo is wonderful, but it's a little bit dated. This image in our pint glass, which is a Pilsner glass for some odd reason, is the Hubble Deep Field, right? So JWST just did the new deep field, like today. I hate that. Like, if somebody could slip something into their water down there in Baltimore because they work too fast. I can't keep up. We have a new logo to debut for the first time here. Ready? We also have the artist here, M. Levine. Where's M? Is in the back. M. Levine did this for us, thanks to JWST. There she is! I never just have one beer when I get out and get away from my kids. We don't just have one logo. We did this one too. This is the multicolored Pillars of Creation, that creepy Halloween one that JWST did. I never have just 2 beers when I go out. There's a little bit more room on there. We did this one too. Karina is one of my favorite images. So Mark is wearing the Karina t-shirt from Startorialist, and starting today, now live, we actually have t-shirts of these Astronomy on Tap designs for sale on Startorialist. So if you Google that, we'll tweet it. Woo! It's been fun. I still can't believe that we do this. That's all for me. I can take questions. We can do some prizes.
We were supposed to raffle something off right before you started.
Oh, before we started, we were supposed to raffle something off.
So our first raffle is some flip-flops?
Yes, we have a beach set from Startorialist. So we have flip-flops, a water bottle. So we're going to raffle 2 things from Startorialist. Flip-flops, a little portable water bottle, and a Frisbee from a AAS conference.
And
the number is, the t-shirt we're going to do separate. We're going to do 2.
Sorry.
So 317-098.
Anybody?
098. Woo! Throw it. No, I'm just kidding. Mark is going to deliver your prize. I'm going to keep that. Or do I put it back or no? No, we're not going to let people win twice. Okay. And then we're going to have the messed up t-shirt. Do we have any horns in here? UT Austin? Any UT Austin? No? Because we tested out the Astronomy on Tap logo on a beautiful orange. Is there somebody? On a beautiful orange t-shirt, and we said, nah, this is only going to get some love in Austin. But we're going to hook 'em horns.
Hook 'em horns.
Okay. Let's see if this is your number, or if you can trade with somebody by the end. 317-121.
317-121, going once. 317-121, going twice. Winner!
121, God! That is for Kat, or if you want to trade. So we have so much stuff. It's like, seriously, we took an Uber XL to get down here with all this stuff that we want to give away today. We have a lot.
Speaking of which,
so if you get something that more.
We've got more. We were supposed to save the second raffle for afterwards, so we're after.
We're after now. What else are we going to do? Okay, so what are we going to do now?
This is now for a Neil.
And just as a reminder, we will be raffling throughout the night. So if you don't win now,
the night.
there will be more chances for raffling later.
And you
We're
can
gonna do the
buy
Zombie Neil
more raffle
t-shirt.
tickets if you like. There will be a chance to win some later. And we've got Zombie Neil Tyson Loves Brains t-shirt.
He's also dabbing. I think we need to point out that
dabbing
he's dabbing.
as well.
Now that's a characterful t-shirt.
So have we told, so the story, so these are Neil Tyson's, this is not his trash, this is his treasures. This is his treasures.
This is a trivia prize.
Oh, come on.
Sorry,
let's
all
give it away.
right, we'll give it as a raffle.
One more, yeah, give it a
Okay.
raffle. 317-150.
150.
Woo!
We got a winner!
Let's do the trivia prizes.
We have the greatest
Well, we've got answers first.
Okay.
You want to do the
Answers?
Yeah, it's ready.
All right, it's time to the answers. We showed you our new logo, but now Emily's going to walk you through these other logos.
So the amazing thing is that all the Astronomy on Tap logos, all the different satellites have come up with their own logos for the most part. A couple of them really borrowed the original ones, and so the first one is actually by the same artist, so Alex Harrison Parker. Does anybody want to guess which one this is? Number one? Shout it out. Not San Antonio, no. Austin, yeah. Austin and then DC. DC just started up again, so if you don't recognize our nation's capital. No, okay. Any guess for this one? Seattle, yeah, and then New York City. Hopefully you know New York City. It's a growler for Brooklyn, I guess. This one's San Antonio, because that silhouette is the Alamo. And then, if you didn't recognize the croissant, the tripod there is the Eiffel Tower. So that's Astronomy on Tap Paris. They have not had an event yet, but they will, and I will go. Any guesses for this one on the left? Hawaii, yeah. And then this one's a tough one. State College, yeah, Nittany Lions. So they had the little mountain lion there. This one, I didn't recognize. Yeah, I heard it. Boston and Chicago, yeah. Yins, what do yins think? The six-pack only makes sense for the city if you've lived in Pittsburgh as a poor college student. It's Pittsburgh. And then the other one is Albuquerque. Hopefully you got kind of southwesty vibes from that one. 13, any guesses? Munich, yup. And then Leiden, in case you recognize the observatories from Leiden. That one's a little, yes. I couldn't make them all super easy. The one on the left? Huntsville, Alabama, Rocket City, USA, and then Tel Aviv. I didn't bother to block out any of the Hebrew. Maybe I should have. These ones at least one might have been tricky. Does anybody recognize that skyline? Budapest, yup, I heard it. Budapest, and then Las Vegas, I love that logo. That's a very well done logo. Now we got an easy one and maybe a hard one. Philly, and then Montreal has wonderfully bilingual. They do some in English and some in French. And go birds. Go birds, Caitlin says. All right. We got some prizes? Oh, yeah. We got some prizes. Caitlin's going to come up and do prizes with me. That's 20 out of 80 satellites. We've got a ton of them all over the world. Hi, Mom, if my mom is watching. The live stream should be working now. They're all here. You guys are here, but now you can text your friends, send them the live stream link that we posted on social media, and be like, this is what you're missing. They're on the desk. We gotta give away some prizes.
We gotta collect ourselves.
Some books.
All right, so give yourselves a round of applause. You've completed a trivia. Also, hi, my name is Caitlin.
This is Caitlin.
AKA Annie Drunk Cannon.
Annie Drunk Cannon.
That's a deep astronomy cut. Coming in at 16 out of 20 is Ben Hess. Woo! Give it up for Ben Hess. You win a thing if you come around that way.
A space thing.
A space
cosmic thing, if you will.
Next is Sam Bose. I like your headphones. Sam Bose, are you out there? Did you leave?
Sam,
you're
come
right
on
there.
up and get a prize.
More convenient. Next up, Megan. Megan Watt. You got 16 out of 20. Also, Megan Watt, meet Kylie and Hampton. You'll be working with them Saturday. 18 out of 20, moving up a notch. J Doll. J Doll. What a name. Also 18 out... Birdman. What? Birdman!
Who's gonna claim Birdman?
Who? Can you please fly?
Honor system.
All right, 18 out of 20. Dana Smiley Face Star. Dana Smiley Face Star, are you here?
Make sure you have identifying information. And then somebody...
Yes. And
20 out of 20, I have to explain why we are giving away a vintage Barbie on a surf jet ski.
please explain.
Yeah, the answer is I don't know, except that Neil Tyson found this in his office So it's a Barbie jamming in Jamaica. It kind of looks like a Backstreet Boy, maybe. But his name, the doll's name, is Tyson. And so somebody sent this to Neil, I think, and he said, I'm not going to keep this Barbie, but I'm going to give it to Astronomy on Tap, and he signed it for us.
I thought you said it was treasures, not trash.
Treasures. It's treasures, exactly. Neil Tyson treasured this so much to give it to us after he signed it.
And it goes to Mark Krakowski. Mark, you must have been to a lot of AOTs or had a great internet connection to Google. Thank you all for
Make sure that
playing.
stays out and visible on the subway ride home. The opposite of what they tell you about your phones. Like just on display. The video, oh yeah! So one more thing, then I'm getting off the stage and drinking more. We solicited videos from some of the satellites around the world, and we got and we told them to do a Voyager greeting theme. So the Voyager Golden Record, everybody knows the Voyager Golden Record, on Voyagers out into space. Did we test the audio? So hopefully we tested the audio. Okay, so we have some wonderful greetings from 11 Astronomy on Tap satellites around the world. I'm gonna try not to cry.
Hello from the satellites of Astronomy on Tap.
Joyeux anniversaire.
Saludos desde el aire. Teoritas Holan. Happy anniversary from all of us at Astronomy on Tap Leiden.
大家好 I'm Lapa Fanchulla.
I'm Alex Ticci.
I'm Jonty Marshall. I'm Potion O.
And we are the hosts of Astronomy on Tap Taipei, hosting regular events at Red Room Rendezvous here in fabulous Taipei, Taiwan. We hope you join us sometime.
欢迎大家来台北
Choo
Hello from Astronomy on Tap Tucson.
Γεια σας. I am Eleni Verdoulaki from Astronomy on Tap Vienna, and I would like to say, χρόνια πολλά, Astronomy on Tap. Happy birthday, happy 10th birthday.
Howdy, y'all, from Astronomy on Tap in San Antonio, Texas,
where we learn about and directly explore our celestial neighbors,
both near and far. Cheers!
Woo! Hi, everyone. I'm Michelle.
Hey, I'm Zach.
And I'm Alex, and we are Astronomy on Tap in North Carolina.
If you're ever in the Raleigh-Durham area, come by and check us out.
We hope it chins. Come on, Dad, to Astronomy on Tap Pittsburgh and at.
This is event 42 of Astronomy on Tap Bonus. We say congratulations to AoT in 10 years. So long and
Hey guys, I'm Cameron Hummels. I host Astronomy on Tap Los Angeles, and we're coming up on our 100th event. But congratulations to everyone on making it through 10 years. Great job, team.
Hey, welcome to Astronomy on Tap Baltimore!
Thank you to Neil Deacon from Astronomy on Tap Heidelberg for putting that together, and hopefully you spotted a bunch of the Easter eggs, like the pint glass on the Voyager Golden Record there. There wasn't actually beer on the Golden Record cover, but Neil put that on there. Oh, God.
There might have been some spilled on the...
Yeah, there might have been some spilled on there at some point. I love those nerds. And I made the Pittsburgh people do that because I went to college in Pittsburgh. Can I do more?
Yeah,
we're going to do four more raffles.
We forgot to actually do the raffle that we were supposed to do.
But where are these people who are winning going?
They're going to the back. Irene is back there.
Irene is back there wearing a really cool skirt that is in the design of
the Mars 2020 Dare Mighty Things parachute that put the Perseverance rover and Ingenuity helicopter on the red planet. Designed by Startorialist.
Right.
Weird how that works.
So NASA was like, we're not just going to put a parachute, we're going to put a cool parachute. And they made that into a skirt. It's really cool. Definitely check that out. But Irene is around the corner where you came in with the first set of prizes. So these four numbers, when you get called, find your way to Irene in the back.
So the first one up is Coca-Cola did a Project Starlight.
Oh my God, it's
like a prize pack.
Did everybody buy? How many people bought the Coke because it was called Starlight? Come on.
I didn't even know that. This
No,
existed.
nobody knew this.
You got one hand back there.
You got two right in front here.
Yeah. We're suckers. This prize pack has a bottle of Coke that might be a year or two old. It's probably fine. But then a bunch of others. It's got a T-shirt and their sunglasses and stuff like that. They sent a promo pack to Neil.
And who's gonna win it?
317-095.
095? 095?
Remember, you can trade.
There we go.
Yeah,
Was that a
go
hand?
find Cat.
That was a hand? Yes.
095.
You win
We can kind of treat this like an Astronomy
You
on
got a
Tap,
lot
like
of
White Elephant. If you get something that you don't want, find somebody else and trade with them. Okay, what's up next?
Up next, we have just as sugary a prize, some astronaut ice cream.
Astronaut ice cream. 317-169.
169? 169, is that a hand? Is that coming? Yay!
Astronaut ice cream.
You'll need a drink with that ice cream for sure.
Next up, you got him.
Yeah.
Next up, by Michio Kaku, a special version of Parallel Worlds, a hardcover in a case. It's very nice.
Did Neil sign this book or no?
I did not look.
I can't remember if Neil signed Michio's book, which
that
would be
would
a
be
little bit of a
hysterical.
flex if he did. It's a beautiful edition of the book, though. 317-192.
192. Yes, is there a winner? Yeah, winner!
Yeah.
Round of applause for
Okay.
them. One more in this set.
Last for this round, donated by Russell Tarragon, actually. Thank you, Russ.
Oh,
An astronaut bottle opener. A little astronaut bottle opener.
Oh, this is a great one. Yeah. 317-215.
215. 215. Yay! 215. Go around to the back. Again, there will be more raffles drawn throughout the night. Keep your tickets. Don't worry. But now, I leave the stage.
I'm
Up next, we have. So this is it's a celebration of us tonight. A celebration of New York City. A celebration of people who have been doing Astronomy on Tap for a decade in New York City. Brian Levine started from nearly the very beginning. Maybe not the first one, maybe not the second one. Definitely
like the
by
third
the
or
end of
fourth,
the
yeah.
year. Definitely by the third one. It was his contact that got us on Astronomy on Deck at the Intrepid. It was his insistence that we did videology, that we did 2 events per month. Brian has also put up with a lot of my shit for the last 10 years. And is still here! Woo! And flying, we've done a lot of planetarium shows together at the Hayden Planetarium at the Museum of Natural History. Flying for Brian tonight, though, is Caitlin Schmidt, who is now MC, a relative newcomer to Astronomy on Tap, New York City. But we would not be what we are without this fresh blood to
Fresh is a relative
invigorate
word.
our sensibilities. So Caitlin is currently a child and family educator at the Museum of Natural History. She is doing open space and flying planetarium shows as well. So she is going to be the pilot and co-presenter for Brian and Caitlin to talk about global astronomy.
Stories from the
Live
stars.
Stories from the stars with
You
a
should have
live
a bingo
view
sheet that says that.
Oh, that's right,
Yeah.
a bingo game.
Hint, hint, explain the bingo.
So there's a bingo sheet you got as you walked in. This is the next game. This is the game where you can, as Emily robots out, this is the game where you can win more raffle tickets. So if you get a bingo, yell it out. Bingos are horizontal or vertical or, what's the other direction? Diagonal, yes, that one. If you get one bingo, keep playing. You could probably get another one. If you hear the word said, that's when you can check it off. And if you get a bingo, just yell out bingo, raise your hand. Somebody will come around with some bingo tickets for you, raffle ticket for you. And we'll try to get them to everyone before we're done. So, Caitlin.
Hello.
Hello. We are, what are we seeing? We are using this software here. It's behind me called Open Space.
Open space. Whoa, what a bingo word that might be.
Yep.
Also, could we dim the lights a little on the stage now?
Actually, that would be great if we
Yes.
can.
Oh, dim, that's bright.
What OpenSpace is a set of software, open source software that you can actually download for free, and it allows you to essentially to fly through the universe. The data in it are all data from astronomical sources, from astronomers around the world, from telescopes and all sorts of things around the world. We're going to be seeing more of this also during Jackie's talk later. And so we're starting out here, kind of out in the solar system. What's up? Oh, not to me. Sorry. And you can see some circly looking things. They're actually ellipses. Those are the orbits of planets. That object in the center that's kind of brighter is the sun, of course. And OpenSpace allows us to kind of go anywhere within the observable universe, technically even out of the observable universe, but we're not going to do that tonight, and explore some stuff. So we're going to first head down onto the Earth and land. And for the life of us, we couldn't quite figure out which data set has the really high resolution one. So we're not going to do a huge fancy landing on the Earth. But that's okay, because mostly what we're doing is looking up. In the background, you can see the stars in their correct positions. From Earth, you can see about 6,000 stars with your naked eye, if you're in a really dark spot. And those have been known since antiquity, for as long as humans have been around. That looks a lot like that's Africa. Okay, that was in a funny angle. I thought that was Australia. And you can know the Milky Way is back there. The planet orbits are still on. So of course those lines are not real. Those lines are just the orbits, and they make kind of a line in the sky, sometimes known as the ecliptic. Here,
familiar island coming up.
Yeah.
It's a blurry island. How's your vision tonight?
Yep. And it doesn't get much better than that, unfortunately. But that's not what we're looking at. So, okay, let's look up. Let's see what's in the night sky. And are we at the kind of the current time, actually, I think, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah. So let's get a little more sky, a little less Earth, and we're low enough that the atmosphere. Oh, yeah.
We know that science word, atmosphere.
The atmosphere is in the frame there. Oh, we've got the Pleiades in the frame there also. Oh, yeah, Pleiades.
Oh, we know the Pleiades.
And kind of a major theme of what we're going to be talking. Already. Holy shit. That was quick. Well, let's keep going. Everybody's a winner for bingo. So let's turn on some more lines, some more fake lines, some constellation lines. Caitlin is doing this live. You can actually see her.
Please be patient.
Kind of manipulating the software there. There we go. Some more fake lines on the sky. These are, again, as I mentioned earlier, these have been visible. These are stars that have been visible for a long, long, long time, as long as humans have been around. The lines you're seeing are the Greek and Roman constellations, but they're kind of connecting most of the brightest stars in the sky. And a lot of different cultures and throughout time have seen these and have their own stories and their own meanings for these. So these can act as calendars. These can act as navigational tools. Some familiar ones. Over to the right, we had one of the familiar ones.
Oh, right is which way?
Yeah, there we go. That's Orion. There we go. And Orion, of course, is pointing left there to that bright star Sirius. No bingos on Sirius? Hey, there, bingo on Sirius. Let's see if we can get through this without completely just falling apart here. And as time moves forward, time is moving forward there.
Moving forward now, okay.
Yep. We see how the stars move through the night sky, and Orion is actually setting at the moment. And this is right about now is about what you would see outside when you get out after the show tonight.
If you stay till 11 p.m.
Yeah, at about 11. All right, let's see. Those lines, I mentioned the lines match the orbits also, so that's where you see planets. We're starting to see the Big Dipper here. Are we?
Ooh!
Yep. And let's keep time moving forward because there's one star in here that looks like it's kind of not moving. And that is, of course, Polaris, or the North Star. Used very much so. The Big Dipper and the North Star have been used by lots and lots of different people because for a long time that has really been in kind of the direct north of the sky, and it's easy to find. Some of you may be familiar with the Follow the Drinking Gourd, that book and that story, guiding slaves in the Underground Railroad north. So it's played an important role in just not just culturally, but in terms of freedom. So that's nice as well. All right, where are we going from here?
I'm gonna turn on some other.
Oh yeah, some other fake lines.
Some other fake lines Brian needs to talk about.
Yeah. So another thing that the constellations do is kind of designate what certain constellations are. So for astronomers, everything within those red lines, that is, for instance, Ursa Major, which has the Big Dipper in it. Everything within that is considered a star within Ursa Major, not just the couple of stars that are attached by those lines together. That's important for astronomers understanding, where they're looking at things. All right.
And if you'll notice, everything is rotating around Polaris. Polaris doesn't actually point north, it just doesn't move in the sky, and things rotate around it. I'm gonna turn these bounds off though. There. So, constellations have been long used to tell all different kinds of stories. Thank you. Okay, keep going. Constellations have been used to tell all different kinds of stories throughout the world. Oh, don't reach across. We noticed Orion setting earlier. A lot of times things are used as I'm going to focus on the Earth, as a calendar. And in the summertime, Orion actually sets in our night sky. There's a Native American group, though, called the Taki-Yakut, who are in the San Joaquin Valley. And they use Orion to determine what season is flea season. So they claimed that the three bright stars of Orion's belt were the footprints of the god of the flea people. Let me find Orion again. And in the summertime, when the god of the flea people sets, oh, that's the wrong way. I don't know where he went. That is when all your fleas come out. There he is. So as Orion sets, you have fleas coming out, but...
So the fleas were the belt, right? The three stars of the belt.
Mm-hmm. And then, bingo! But in 6 months from now, our planet is going to be on the other side of the sun. So one of the cool things about open space is that we can visualize both different worlds, but also different times. So I'm going to move forward to May, June. Hey, that's my birthday. Happy birthday, Caitlin. Thanks. July. Oh, July is not in bingo.
Caitlin's birthday was, I think.
Oh, great. Good. Yeah. August. September. What comes next? October. So, in October, if we go back to planet Earth, and we're on the opposite side of the sun now, zoom! You gotta make sound effects as you fly through space.
Pew, pew,
Spaceship
pew.
sounds! Pew, pew, pew! We're gonna turn the Earth this way. I did say Gaia. I didn't, but you can get that bingo. I haven't mentioned them yet. So, as we all know, Orion has many different stories. In the wintertime, let's go forward to some nighttime sky and look up. No, but I will say fuck for all of you out there. Yeah, there you go. So in the wintertime, if we move time forward, actually we'll move time back. Orion actually rises in the nighttime sky and then is high up in the sky. This actually lets people know when it's winter. Orion has other stories associated with him, though. I'm going to turn on this. We can actually see some of the art.
Ooh, we got a moment coming up
art.
here.
Come on, open space.
Any
Ooh.
moment now.
Shit. Okay. So Orion is facing...
There's
there it
the art.
is. Orion is facing Taurus the bull. The story of Orion is that Orion claimed he could hunt all the animals on the planet. Mother Gaia said no. And she sent a scorpion, who would be Scorpius, to kill him. Woo! Orion tried to step on Scorpius. He tried to squish him, and the scorpion stung him, and Orion died. So Zeus put him up in the sky to commemorate him with his dog star Sirius, and he gave him a bunch of animals that he could hunt, such as Taurus the bull, Leo the lion. Inside Taurus is also this little cluster of stars known as the Pleiades. If you own a Subaru, who owns a car in New York City? But if you own a Subaru is the Japanese word for Pleiades. I'm going to turn these star labels off. And boop. That is actually the Subaru logo. But inside the Pleiades are the seven sisters, Merope being one of them, who was Orion's lover. Merope is also the name of Voldemort's mom. Yay, Harry Potter. So Orion is always chasing Taurus the bull, the Pleiades where his lover is. You will also notice there's a certain set of constellations here that are following the ecliptic. We have Taurus, we have Gemini. Happy birthday, Caitlin. We have Cancer the crab, Leo the lion, the Zodiac's constellation. Woo! You made my paper fall. What do I say next? No, I'm just kidding. The zodiac constellations, no, they don't control your personality, I'm sorry, but they do follow the plane of the planets, this line that we see. Now, here in the northern hemisphere, of course, these are the constellations we see, but we can turn planet Earth off, and if we look straight down, these are the southern hemisphere constellations.
We're looking through the Earth's atmosphere now, kind of.
That light.
In a weird way.
I have a spotlight. Oh, God, I'm sweaty. So in the southern hemisphere, we see different constellations up at different times. Here's Pegasus, flying horse.
All right, but so those are a few of the many, many stories from the stars that we use the stars for. But what can the stars tell us? And that's where we're going to spend kind of the second half of this going through and pull away from the Earth.
Oh, away?
Yep, away from the Earth.
Zoom out?
Yeah. The kind of teams of astronomers around the world have been working for the past, call it 400 years professionally. Longer than that for cultural astronomy and understanding what's coming up when. But one of the major kind of astronomy results of early days was, of course, that the Earth is not the center. And, in fact, that things are different locations. So we have that basically that space is three-dimensional. It's not just a sphere of stars surrounding us. So as we pull back, we can slow down a little bit, and we get this spiky ball of constellation lines. Spiky ball was definitely on there somewhere, yeah.
Woo! Bingos all around. Okay. Brian, we made too many bingos.
We made too many bingos. All right. And this spiky ball lets us know, or is basically made up of the brightest stars in our sky. The stars that we can see without a telescope, the stars that we can see just by
you're not in
lying
New
back
York.
and looking up into the sky.
If you're not in New York.
Yes, I'm talking thousands of years ago and hundreds of years ago. These would be visible, half of them from the northern hemisphere would be visible, any given night, except the ones that are on the wrong side. All right, and this begs the question of, can they hear us? Ooh. So do they hear our stories at all? And the answer is, well, possibly, some of them. So let's turn on, the radio sphere here. 85-ish years ago, we as humans started broadcasting radio and TV signals out. And those have spread out through the universe, kind of, in every direction, creating a sphere around us where within that, if you were listening, you'd be able to hear us, if you were listening in the right place. These rings are pointing to the exoplanets that we know of. No bingo on exoplanets. Interesting. Stars that have confirmed planets around them. Now, most of them are not at all like our own. I think I'm going to leave Jackie maybe talking more about this. Can't quite see. She's giving me the not so much. Okay, so there are lots and lots of planets that we've discovered, and a whole bunch of them are within the sphere. Can we pull out a little bit and look at just how many of them are really within this sphere? There we go, so if there is life on any of those planets, then wonderful, they could probably tune in. But most of them are weird. Most of them are weird by our standards. So hot, like Jupiter-sized planets orbiting very, very close up. And all just sorts of weird things. 3-4 day orbits and stuff like that. Caitlin, what are we looking at next there? There's a weird patch over there,
So some of you might have heard of the Kepler telescope. Oh, wow. Ooh, yeah, go, Kepler.
Been waiting on Kepler,
Kepler was a space telescope launched in 2009, specifically meant to look for potential exoplanets. It used a method of detecting exoplanets called the transit method. Basically, planets block... Woo! Transit! Science! Now learn. No, I'm kidding. So Kepler was specifically tasked with trying to detect exoplanets by looking at how they block the light of the star they're orbiting. And this is what Kepler found. This funky shape happens to just be a result of the telescope. But I'm going to zoom out a little bit because we're going to see where Kepler was looking was actually, it found all of those planets, and it was looking at a patch of sky where it turns out there's actually not a whole lot. So we're starting to see some of our home galaxy here. Home galaxy is not there. But galaxy might be. Kepler actually looked at a part of the Milky Way that doesn't have a whole lot in it. So coming into view is our Milky Way galaxy now. I'm trying to fly and talk and lean at the same time. Wow, ooh, so much multitasking. So here we see the Milky Way galaxy. Remember, this spiky ball here represents our little home planet. This line represents the farthest, brightest star, or the brightest far star. And Kepler was looking at a relatively not dense part of the Milky Way and found over 3,600 potential exoplanets in that one little cone. I'm gonna actually turn on some labels. Did you know we name everything in space, including the arms of the Milky Way? So, we happen to live in the Orion spur of the Milky Way. Sagittarius is a constellation. If you are looking at Sagittarius, you are actually looking towards the center of the Milky Way galaxy. And at the center of the Milky Way galaxy is a black hole. Woo! But let me tell you the on your sheet, probably. We fondly name the black hole Sagittarius A or Saggy A. So if you're looking at Orion, you're looking out of the galaxy. If you're looking at Sagittarius, you're looking in towards the galaxy.
All right, and we're running a little overtime, so we're kind of going to just take a quick view out so I can say one last word.
And that word is
Zeus was already said. Zeus was already said. I don't need to say that one. But what we're looking at here are lots of dots around the Milky Way, and those now are other galaxies. This is a data set from the 1980s. We already knew that there were other galaxies, but Don't stress out our volunteers, folks. Don't stress out.
This is data visualization.
Yeah. And in the 1980s, Brent Tully found...
Brian, I think we're done.
Yep. Put together this data set. So, that is just some of the stories that we know of from the stars. There are even more coming in the future. Astronomy is just going to continue to tell kind of that story of humanity and how we got here. And Mark is going to cut me off, I think. Here.
Now, if you're raising your hand because you have a bingo, have you already gotten a ticket? If you've already gotten a bingo ticket, put your hand down.
No, they were allowed to get. I said multiple. It's fine.
Months of planning out the window.
You can't change the rules at this point.
I don't know if Brian mentioned, but every dot you're seeing on this screen is a galaxy. That's more fascinating than bingo, I promise. Thank you, Malise. Anyways, these are the stories our stars tell us. We hope to hear more of them and to share the stories of humanity with the rest of the universe. All right, bingo for everybody.
So we're going to take about a 10-minute break.
Yeah, let's give a round of applause to Brian and Caitlin. That was amazing. So, just to be clear, Caitlin's flying live, Brian's presenting live, you all are yelling bingo at them the entire time. So please, let's give them another round of applause.
I said like 4 words in the first bingo thing. I can't believe that happened.
But also, Brian and Caitlin, don't put every fucking word on the board.
We didn't. I didn't put your name on there.
Good. Keep your hands up if you are still have a ticket. We'll try and honor that. We're going to do a 10-minute break. And when we come back, I'm going to sing a song. We're going to hear from our keynote speaker. There's still so much more prizes. All those raffle tickets that you just got, you're going to win something out of them. So get another drink, say hi to folks. We'll get you those tickets. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Thank you, everybody.
Tip your bartenders, tip your servers. We are not doing any hard work up here. They are doing the hard work. Try the custom cocktail. We have a Cosmic Kiss, and we also have a Galactic, which is a gin and tonic, and it glows under the UV lights. Tip your bartenders and your servers like you're not a scientist. Like, tip them like you have that sweet, sweet industry money. I'm talking data science. Engineering.
Okay, then help me with the raffle. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Get your raffle tickets out. We're about to start the next raffle.
We're about to start them.
Okay. Our next raffle features a couple more interesting prizes. Mark, you want to come up and pull some raffle tickets here? All right. We have a Stephen Colbert pack. Ooh. A hat, a t-shirt, and a bag.
Also, let's shuffle this up because we got a lot of new tickets.
Yeah, we did.
In that last section. Everybody was very bingo happy, I noticed. We were doing an honor system, and I think you're all honorable.
We have another honorable game coming up soon, actually.
Yes.
So this is a Colbert pack that Neil got for being on Stephen Colbert any number of times.
We're really highlighting
treasures, not trash.
Treasures. I didn't say trash. I
Okay,
said nothing about trash.
Well, one's trash.
What do we got?
We have Space Bear Giveth. Bold of you to assume I can read. 3, 1, 7, 1, 6.
Because it's only the last three numbers.
Dramatic.
I know.
0.
3160 160
160 160.
Winner!
That
Again,
corner.
See Irene in the back. Irene in the back has your prize.
How many are we doing here on this round?
We've got 5 total, and in fact, there was some sort of mishap with the Coca-Cola earlier, so we've still got that Coca-Cola pack. Let's do that now. I hope it didn't explode.
Wait, which way? Is there socks? Is socks in this round? They're gone, yes, but we're socks between. Okay, well then this
We're
is
socks
yeah.
in this
Yeah,
round?
no, that's good. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola.
All right.
We promise it's not expired.
We promise we planned this. 194.
317 194. Winner in the back.
Yeah.
And again, you're going to the back. You're going to the back.
Yeah, Irene in the back.
With the awesome skirt is going to be helping you.
All right, we've got one of those heat-revealing mugs when you put hot water in it.
What does it reveal?
It reveals constellations.
I have one at my desk.
Ooh.
It's a black mug, and then when you put hot stuff in it, the constellations come alight.
So I'm told. I can't vouch exactly.
Who said bingo? Who said bingo?
No, bingo's
bingo
over.
round.
Bingo, we finished.
All right, what's the raffle ticket?
4, 1, 2.
Last 3 digits. 412.
Last 3 digits?
4, 1, 2.
Woo! There we go. See
Winner!
Irene in the back.
Go to the back.
You guys yelled bingo so loud, and no one is yelling about the raffle.
There's no more bingo. You don't have to yell bingo anymore. We've moved up. Stop it.
All right.
Need what?
No, not this. Okay, yeah, I'll come.
Something's going on with Mark. Okay. We've got a t-shirt. Oh, yes. A Planetary Society t-shirt for their Light Sail 2 mission. I don't know what size it is, but we'll give it to
024.
024. Last 3 digits.
024.
Light sail.
Going once. Winner.
We got it.
Winner.
I can't tell you how many prizes
running up with you.
he has won over the years. One of our long-term fans.
We got one more?
We got one more. Polaroid camera. Ooh. This thing was actually pretty valuable when Emily was looking up how much they were worth.
Do we know that there are better cameras out there now? Like,
Yeah.
We don't need Polaroids anymore? Okay.
But it's retro.
The 90s are making a comeback?
A lot of us are 40 and older here. Thank you.
All right. We've got 248.
248.
Hey,
We got a
that's
Polaroid winner over there. Woo!
Also, for all you math nerds, that's a power of 2 number.
All righty. So, Emily Rice is supposed to be on stage.
Emily Rice, are you here?
I mean, I can do the intro, I suppose. Well, Mark Poppenshock, everyone, is...
Sorry, I'm late! What did I miss?
Who is that? That's DJ Carly Sagan, everybody.
DJ Carly Sagan! Hello, everyone! Look at my new shirt provided by Startorialist, available on the Startorialist website right now. Startorialist. I have no explanation for this, except that I haven't gotten sued yet, which is just amazing, because there's very few degrees of separation between me and the Carl Sagan estate. And would you believe there is a legitimate practicing astronomer born with the name of Carly Sagan? I will fully admit to not being born with the name of Carly Sagan, but there is now an astronomer who was born with the name of Carly Sagan, which is very wonderful. I forget where they're studying. I know. But I am here, so Emily Rice is very busy. She is actually serving. She's a very serious professor, remember. She is serving on Mark Poppenshock's thesis committee. So I believe that she is reading his published research articles right now. Looking for typos, anything like that. There's always got to be one person on a thesis committee who just harangues the student enough to make them want to graduate. And that is Emily Rice for Mark Poppenshock. So Mark Poppenshock, coming to the stage, has a thing that he's doing that is called 10 Years of Astronomy in One Song, that I know because I read it off the slide. I only know one thing, which is the target of the parody, which you may have we given it away? I've given little hints on Twitter and stuff like that, but...
Thank you for the introduction, Carly Sagan. That's so nice of you. And it's funny you mentioned Emily Rice because great advisor. Hasn't made it to a lot of group meetings lately, but we do like Emily Rice as an advisor. Hi, everybody. My name is Mark Poppenshock. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. I have too many things in my hand. I'm going to put the beer down for a second. All right. Also, before I begin, I do want to actually give a huge round of applause to Emily Rice, Caitlin, and Afra, who you'll see later. Please give them a huge round of applause. We do this as a committee. There's been 5 of us who've been really invested in planning this over the last couple of months. And then I also really want to give a special shout out to Brian Levine. Everybody, please give a round of applause to Brian right now. This all happened with all of our work, but Brian filled in a lot of the logistical gaps, and so a lot of the stuff you see behind the scenes, there's so many spreadsheets. Brian was in charge of a lot of them. Great, so let's sing a song! Oh shit, that was the end of the slides. Are you ready? Let's sing a song, hit it! Oh wait, I didn't explain it. Okay, so everybody knows Billy Joel, right? Who knows Billy Joel here? Great. Yeah, everybody loves Billy Joel. He's a New York guy. That's a bullet point up there. 160 million records sold. Shut up. 6 Grammys. Anytime he goes to Madison Square Garden and says, hey, I want to play, they say yes. And he's great. And so he wrote this one song called We Didn't Start the Fire. It lists 118 significant political, cultural, scientific, sporting events. It starts from 1949, when he was born, and it goes to when the song was released in 1989. And that's the album cover from that album, and that's the background of the slides, as you can see. But essentially, this is essentially a list of names, and some of them rhyme, okay? There's not much lyrical genius going into this song. It's a list of names, which is good. It's good. It's a history lesson in a #1 song, all right? And hey, look, this music video included him standing in front of some burning things with sunglasses, and there was fire, and that was cool. So way to go, Billy Joel. We love Billy Joel, okay? Some people might be like, choose a more modern song. But this was a song that I grew up with because I grew up overseas, and my parents left the United States in the 80s, and so that was the music we had to listen to, what they were listening to in the 80s. And so I grew up in the 90s and the 2000s. I listened to Billy Joel a lot. Yeah! He's a New York guy. Yeah, we stan Billy Joel. Come on, Caitlin, you gotta know the lingo. Anyway, Decades of Music and Youth Approved. Look, he's up there with Olivia Rodrigo. That's so cool. That's so hip. Hell yeah. But no, really, he's great. He's a short king. He wears that blazer so well. He doesn't care about his male pattern baldness. You know, he's proud of it. He's got that white goatee as well. I could never do that. I would never do that. All right, what else? Okay, yes, there's the... I didn't make the GIF animate with the slide, so I gotta press that every time. Good. So this song is just a lot of names. And so when you have to rhyme names like Liberace, but you want to talk about stuff like the face of Pluto, that's not easy to do. Shut up, Bingo! Okay. No, sorry. Thanks for coming out. Okay. So, right, so what do? You take some liberties. And I took some liberties. So Liberace becomes Pluto Face. You can expect that kind of lyrical genius for the song. Okay, another thing, that's how to rhyme. How do you sing? Billy Joel knows how to sing. Mark is not a good singer. Here is a photo of me from 5 years ago at the 5-year anniversary event, handed at the Way Station. Give it up for Andy again. Let's see what this sounds like. This past Mark, chose the song from Rent, that one with 525,600, whatever. Yeah, Rent fans, hell yeah. It's the original cast. The Rent original cast is right there.
Pixels in bar tabs, flux per unit area. 2,628,000 minutes. How do you measure astronomy on tap for 5 years? Measuring beer.
I got that note.
How about beer?
I got that note.
How about beer?
I didn't get that note. Anyway, Mark can't sing, okay? But I am good at saying words loudly. And that's what I promised to do tonight. Okay, are you all ready? We got a parody! Let's hit it! Oh wait, I didn't explain the astronomy. Hold on, okay. One second. I promise, we're almost there. Gotta get all these cords out the way. Okay. Oh geez, I'm gonna break these. Thank you. Cool. All right, so 10 years of astronomy. I've not been an astronomer for a long time, but I have some thoughts on these last 10 years because these 10 years have been pretty important to me. I graduated college in 2013. I moved to New York City. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I went to the museum. I got a job at the museum. I got really lucky, and then I got to be in a PhD program. Emily, Jackie, who you're gonna hear from later, give them a round of applause. Anyway, these last 10 years, I've been thinking about astronomy. I've been in the astronomy field, and I have some thoughts about these 10 years that I want to share with you all real quick. We're entering this age of survey astronomy, and so what you think of an astronomer changes quite a bit. Things are changing really fast in astronomy, and there are some things that we take for granted right now that 10 years ago would be like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Thank you. Right, so this survey astronomy thing, the idea of this astronomer who lines up the telescope into the stars and puts their eye on the eyepiece like this, that doesn't happen anymore. Okay, I'm sorry, that's gone. It doesn't exist. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, amateur astronomers, sorry. Amateur astronomers, super cool. They do that really, really great. But the need to go and get your own data at a telescope, that is mostly gone. I did get a chance to do that. I got to go to this telescope in Chile. That was really fun. But all my research is from these two telescopes that are space telescopes. It's all publicly accessible data. You could go do my research right now. Please don't do that. I need to graduate. But you could. And so these survey telescopes like TESS and Gaia that I'm showing up here, those are just acronyms, don't worry about it. They take petabytes, which is a lot of bytes of data, sometimes during the day, every single night. There's not night because they're in space, who cares? Anyway, there is still competition for JWST and other ground-based observing, but it's really a very different type of astronomy that happens over the, I caught the tail end of this happening. These changes in astronomy that I'm mentioning is this movement towards open source code. Astronomy is one of the, I think, better scientific fields to be a part of. Biologists are really competitive with one another. Sorry if there are any biologists here, but you know it's true. And astronomers are at least slightly more collaborative. There's a lot of open source code as well. But I want to point out that there are so many satellites right now. And what I'm trying to show here in that black image there is a field of view of a telescope. And all those white lines streaking across are Starlink satellites, constellations of satellites that are getting launched. Yeah, I heard some boos. Look. Whatever you think of Elon Musk, I know he's a controversial figure, but he sucks. He sucks. Elon Musk sucks. Thank you. Great. Yeah. YouTube, Elon. Okay, never mind. No, fuck it. Yeah, Elon Musk, you suck. Okay. Double down. This graph below is like a hockey stick graph. Yes, Brian?
Our Twitter was just suspended.
Yeah. NPR, we're with you. Okay, great. This is a hockey stick graph. It looks like a logarithmic curve, right? There's so much increasing so quickly. We see this with like carbon emissions in the atmosphere. We see this with like COVID spikes as well. They go up this logarithmic trend. This is the number of satellites over the last 50 years. We're on this logarithmic trend up. You know, Star Trek calls it the next frontier. It's a land grab right now, and land grabs don't end well. And this is not a sustainable way of treating the area around our Earth. So this is like privatization of the space industry. Maybe it's cheaper, but like we gotta really consider this. And that's maybe not so much about astronomy, but space in general. And then finally, I want to point out in astronomy, there's a lot of social and societal awareness, not as like it's got a long way to go for sure. But I make reference to a couple of these events. Renaming JWST is something we've mentioned at a few different of our Astronomy on Tap events. Definitely encourage you to go check that out. And also I want to highlight this protest at Mauna Kea, which is a old volcano in Hawaii, which is very important to the native Hawaiians. And so there were originally protests at one point, and then has started to move towards at least some discussion between astronomers and the people who are there. And so I just want to like shout out those things in astronomy. And then the last thing I want to say is that there are some things that we take for granted. I listened to We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel, 118 significant political, cultural, scientific, and sporting events. I just think they're a given. They're a thing that happened in the past. They exist. I have to move my life moving forward. And I've known my entire life knowing that there are other planets around other stars, these exoplanets. But there are some things, oh God, that damn GIF. There are some things that have happened in the last 10 years that would have been astonishing 10 years ago. And now I'm like, oh yeah, gravitational waves? Huh, that happens all the time. Black holes? Oh yeah, I've seen like 2. JWST images. This image of Neptune, like, it's got rings. I think of my childhood, and it's all impressed by my textbooks and books from childhood. It's a blue orb. Neptune is a little fuzzy blue thing, and you can't tell me anything other. Kids growing up these days, it's got rings. Uranus has rings. Saturn, like, Saturn's rings are very special. They're way bigger, but, like, these are things that I'm, like, going to be taking for granted moving forward, and I think it's just really special. It's a really interesting exercise. Whatever field you're in, whatever you want to do in your life, go back 10 years, think of all the things that happened, and it's a really interesting exercise. Thank you. Love a good heckle. Actually, that was a good one. All right. I think we're finally ready, right? Billy Joel's #1 song. I'm going to talk about 40 different astronomy stories from the last 10 years. I think it's time to hit it. Hold on. I need one more thing. I promise, the last thing, I need help with the chorus, okay? I spent $3 for a karaoke backing track. There's still a little bit of the background in the chorus, so I need you all to help me with this. And if you don't know the things like... Okay, that's the melody. Great. So, everybody, with me, on 3, I'm going to put the music in, okay? Or not on 3. You're going to hear the music. You'll know when. I'll say when. Great. Okay, ready? We're going to do it all together. Ready? We did AoT. We were always learning about space researching. We didn't start AoT. No, we aren't inventors, but enjoy the splendor. Okay, yeah! Good job, everybody. Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, fuck. I think we're finally ready. Yeah, bingo, nice. Billy Joel's hit #1 song, 40 astronomy stories from the last 10 years. Please help me with the chorus. I'm not going to sing the chorus. I'm going to need you all to sing the chorus. I'm going to embarrass myself doing karaoke in front of 100 people right now. Let's hit it! And go! And go! anything for this bit. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Nearby lumen DNA, closest brown dwarfs to this day. 1K exoplanet finding plenty more to go. Rosie is a comet mission, 67P its vision. Lana K a supercluster, Milky Way's new hope. Tabby Star, where's the flux? Dyson Sphere, a cloud of stuff. LIGO, Einstein's prize. Listen close, grab waves are shy. 51, Airy B, image of a planet seen. Heart rate, Geo, Pluto, flat chain, new horizon soon. Bye, we didn't start AoT. Finding planets, TRAPPIST-1, 3, the transit, so much fun. M-type stellar, not that yellow BCD en bloc. Look closer, don't be wrong. EFGH, come along. 7 in all composition rock. Disagree, same thing. Hubble tension makes me scream. Exoplanet, nearest star. Send Praxelma, not that far. Oh, my God, this is a new thing. The Oumuamua gone again. Where's it from? We don't know. Nobel Prize for LIGO. Neutrons merge with a glow. Looks like cosmic source of gold. D2 hits ISM. Kepler makes a second and test takes over light. Here's Gaia, DR2 absurd. And cell sausage cannot hide when star motions coincide. I was brand. Alma starts a big list. Protoplanetary disk. Mauna Kea goes slow. Protesters say no, go. Let's be planet and cosmology. Make a telescope big though. First image of black hole. The Earth mysteries, Spitzer finally goes to sleep. Behold, Nobel prizes for black holes. Percy takes the drone to Mars, powered back from afar. Big shield on front, Parker yeets around the sun. Billionaires race to waste, Cap and Kurt hate space. Straight up T, be the same. Can we get another name? I made a mess. RBN, Spectra Wind, Gaia is a gift again. IXPE, polarized X-ray. Decade of ST comes online, images to blow your mind. Biden bursts to the scene, now it's all our home screens. When the comets come to hide, though a spacecraft in its side. 5K yet, exoplanets, something else I forget. Things like sats, maybe more. Starlink, too bright to ignore. So much space to explore. Oh, it's a little different, it's a little different. We didn't start AoT, but when we are gone, it will still go on and on. And on and on and on and on. We didn't start searching. We didn't start AoT. Oh shit. Thank you, everyone. I'm Billy Joel.
Your beard fell off. Something,
I've been
something,
growing
something.
For the longest time. Whoa, I grew that for the longest time.
Fun fact, Mark went to the same undergraduate institution as Lin-Manuel Miranda. Coincidence?
Who's Mark?
Yes.
Who's Mark? He sounds like an entertainer.
Mark got way better grades in astronomy than Lin-Manuel Miranda did. Something about the student becoming the master. I can't think of the joke.
I knew Lynn in high school. Seriously.
Go West! I mean, I'm Billy Joel. All right.
Great job, Mark. Let's give him a round.
I'm Billy Joel. I'm Billy Joel. I'm just a New York guy. I came down from Madison Square Garden. I'm just
Madison Square Garden?
Madison Square Garden. I like to...
Madison Cube Garden, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, I hear you got some raffles we gotta pull.
Didn't we do that already?
No. Oh, yes?
Yeah, we did.
Let's do one more.
I don't have anything. Oh, yeah, we do. Okay. We can do another raffle. Meanwhile, Afra, where are you? You need to be up on stage. It's only a few.
I've been walking in the middle of the... oh, my gosh. This microphone smells like a beer.
All right, we haven't promoted it really much yet, but Taste of Science is coming up starting next week.
Amazing.
So if Mark wants to give away a raffle,
I'm not Mark, I'm Billy Joel.
Billy Joel wants to give away a raffle. We've got a set, a pint glass and mug from the Taste of Science Festival. We're going to bring Rosemary up on stage later to talk more about that. But first, who gets a mug and pint glass?
Fuck, I forgot all the Billy Joel songs I practiced earlier. Okay, 317-070.
070.
070.
Come on up. You've got a mug and pint glass with your name on it. And Billy, what's going on next?
Right. I'm going to... wait, everybody look over there. Hey, it's Mark. It's Mark back again. Thank you all so much. Right, great. I have the extreme pleasure of introducing Afra. Everyone please give a huge round of applause to Afra right now. Woo! Afra is our uptown girl. She's currently getting...
I live in Brooklyn.
Live in Brooklyn. Lights go down in Brooklyn. There we go. Got that one in too. But is at Columbia doing amazing things. We've got Brian Levine as well, who you've already met. Give a huge round of applause to both Brian Levine and Afra. Afra!
And Billy, we need that remote. The remote?
The remote.
The remote.
The remote. I don't know where it is.
Well...
It's in my pocket?
Nope, we got it back here.
All
Here
right,
we go.
sick. Great.
All right, what are we doing, Afra?
Okay, we're doing Powers of 10 trivia. If you are an astronomer, you know that it's all about orders of magnitude. We don't care, we round. We round to the nearest power of 10. And if you're not an astronomer, you're gonna learn that. You're gonna learn scale, and yeah, we're just gonna learn a lot of things together. So I'm excited for that.
And the rules of play. This is a new style for those of you who used to come to Way Station events. By the way, how many people were at Way Station Astronomy on Tap events? Woo!
Woo!
How many people have been at pizza or other Astronomy on Tap events?
Woo!
Cool. All righty. So this is a new style event that I actually have to credit Mark and Afra for. Oh yeah, Afra, closer to the mic, closer to your.
Okay.
There we go. New style. So the way this works, it's again on the honor system a little bit. Arms up, and you are going to point either your left or your right at the answer. If you get it wrong, if you get it right, you survive, obviously, to the next question. If you get it wrong the first time, there's a mulligan. So you survive if you get one wrong. You get wrong twice, then you're out of the game. And hopefully by the end, we'll whittle it down to about, I think we have like 5 prizes. So we'll see how many people survive and how many prizes we have to give out. But let's start with the first one. Is there, and this is going from 10 to the 0 to 10 to the 10. So 10 to the 0, of course, is 1. Is there one of DJ Carly or one of Professor Emily Rice? I want to see your hands up and pointing to one of them or the other. And, of course, this was the practice round, so they're both right. So everyone survives, unless you didn't put a hand up. then you're already out. Alrighty, what do we got for 10?
Okay, for 10, are there 10 number of Astro on Tap events on the moon, or number of years Astro on Tap has been in New York City?
Really hope you get this one right. Again, kind of a practice round. Obviously, that one.
Okay, I hope you're all still in.
All right, next up, now we start getting into a little bit harder. More than 100. Have there been more than 100 Russians in space ever? Of any gender? Or more than 100 women in space of any nationality? And the answer is Russians. All right, so if you got one wrong, you're still in the game. What do we got for thousands?
Okay, are there about 1,000, or there thousands of globular clusters, or thousands of detected exoplanets? If you've been to Astro on Tap events before, you should remember this.
Whoops, I was trying to talk into the beer. Sorry. Might have mentioned this a few minutes ago. All right, so it's exoplanets. All right, it's thousands to tens of thousands. 10,000 worldwide. Are there 10,000 roughly space lawyers, or about 10,000 astronomers? And the answer is, of course, astronomers. There are about 25 to 30 space lawyers in the world, just so you know that. But it is a real profession. What's that? They work, just a brief interlude. Space lawyers work on things like, if something falls out of the sky and hits your house, whose fault is that? If someone goes to the moon on a private spacecraft and claims the moon is their own, are they allowed to? Spaceman, here's a bump in the night. Who does he sue? All right, 100,000 or 100 kilometers in this case.
Okay, is that the distance in meters to the International Space Station, or the distance in meters to space?
Ooh, possibly a trickier one.
This is a hard one. If you get it wrong, you're forgiven. I mean, not really, but I forgive you.
The universe will forgive you, and of course, that is the definition of space.
That is the definition of space.
All right, we're into the millions. This one's a little tricky, so listen carefully. Are there over 1 million masses of the sun? Let me rephrase that. Sagittarius A star, as Caitlin mentioned earlier, is the black hole at the center of our galaxy. Does that have the mass of more than 1 million suns? Or does the sun have the mass of more than 1 million Earths? Clarifying question, sure. It could, so is it larger than 1 million? That's what I'm asking. So it doesn't matter how much larger than 1 million or how much less than 1 million. If it's more than 1 million, that is the answer. Yeah, it is. All right, so votes are cast, and it's 4.3 million times the mass of the sun in the black hole.
Okay.
What's up? Closer to the mic.
Yes, closer. Okay. What is closer to 10 million years? The number of years ago that the first ape ancestors arrived on Earth? Or the number of years that most massive stars live before they supernova?
Give you a moment on this one. And the reveal, the answer is?
Apes.
There's both genetic and fossil evidence that about 10 million years ago, the first ape ancestors arose on Earth. About $100 million of New York State's beer production annually, or about 100 million miles to the sun from here. And the answer is 93 million miles to the sun. I thought I had a note about this, but I think New York State's beer sales are in the billions.
Yeah.
Lots of beer made here in New York. Speaking of billions and billions. Ah, crap. I gave out the answer. And
Who saw that?
all right, let's try that again. Speaking of billions and billions.
Okay, is the age of the Earth in billions of years or the age of the universe? I really hope you know this.
Single-digit billions. Single-digit billions. Yeah. All right. And it is, of course, the age of the Earth. And I think this is our last slide. So how many people are still in? Let's give a... Ooh, we have way too many people still in to give out prizes to. All right, well, is 10 billion...
10 to the 10.
10 to the 10.
10th anniversary.
Is that the cost of the James Webb Space Telescope in dollars, or the number of stars in the Milky Way galaxy? And the answer? There we go. All right. How many people survived? Holy shit. You people are smarter than I thought you would. So
I think you all have to fight.
Yes.
Physically.
We're going to bring you all up on stage and do a battle royale. The last 5 or so of you that survive. Guess my birthday. Emily doesn't count. Not going to talk about signs. That's the other thing happening later. What we're going to do then, I think, is we're going to have to give out some more raffle tickets, because there is still a raffle. And we'll raffle off those prizes later. So if you did survive that, please do raise your hand. And apologies to the raffle people, the people with the raffle tickets, making them do some extra work. But we're going to do that. And in the meantime, thank you all for playing that game.
Thank you.
Great job to all of you. Yeah.
You are too smart for your own good.
And if you want to play more games like that, come to Jake's, not Jake's, where are we? Pete's Candy Store, not Jake's Dilemma. That's a different bar. Come to Pete's Candy Store. It's named after a guy.
April 18th.
Yeah, next Tuesday? Tuesday. Holy shit. We got to do this again in a couple of days. In the meantime, though, I am supposed to be welcoming Emily again back onto the stage. Emily Rice.
Hello, what did I miss? Sorry,
Did you see Carly upstairs?
No. Was she here? Was Carly Sagan here?
She told us you were all reading. Did she we thought she poisoned you or something. And
I had to grade some papers. I had some very important professor work to do. Last for the night, but very, very much not least, we definitely have more prizes to give away, but our last speaker for the night, one of the things that I can't believe about Astronomy on Tap is how many serious scientists will give a talk at a bar. And Jackie was one of the first and the best. The best. When we had a long list of people to do a headliner for this event, I had Jackie first, and thank goodness she said yes, because I didn't want to go to anybody else. Jackie is my colleague and collaborator at AIM&H, co-founder of the research group BDNYC. She was literally a prize-winning astrophysicist. Let me just do a few of the prizes. She had a Hubble postdoctoral fellowship, which is just as prestigious as it sounds. She won the Vera Rubin Prize. Yes, Vera Rubin is an amazing, amazing scientist who should have won a Nobel Prize. She has most recently won an NSF Career Grant, which is literally a career-making grant. She is a senior scientist and educator at the American Museum of Natural History. She has supported and been involved with the organizing of Astronomy on Tap really from the very beginning. She took beautiful pictures at our first Astronomy on Deck. She helped us do one of our first on-tour events in Washington, D.C., and I am super excited to have her fly us through our local solar neighborhood tonight. So her talk is called Our Solar Neighborhood. She's going to give you some real science with a side of fun tonight. You ready? Pick a mic. Pick a mic.
I'm picking
Anyone?
this one. Thank you, Emily. Let's see if this is going to run. This is going to be fun to do by pointing up here. Hi, everybody. How we doing? Yeah? I can kind of see faces here. I might have missed this at the beginning, but how many people in here are professional astronomers? Because I'm just curious. Could you guys, like, talk? Like, scream something? I don't know why you guys just raised your hands. Astro, yeah. Do it up. Okay, great. What about amateur astronomers? How many amateurs? Way more excited than the professionals. Why does that not surprise me? Okay, that's okay. And then just astronomy lovers of astronomy. Everybody else. Okay, that's cool. Great. Well, what I've designed for you is a flight, all pre-rendered videos that are going to be using this software package that's called Open Space. I've got the logo on the next slide. Shout out for Open Space. A couple people want to give it? Yeah, you saw it earlier. You guys, I didn't know where I was. There was a lot of bingo happening, and so it was a little unclear to me what was happening because I could only kind of see, and I heard a lot of bingoing. I can't believe there's that many prizes. But I'm going to take you on pre-rendered videos of that same software as we go. Also, just want to shout out to Mark and his song. Did everybody love that song? So quick little bit. Mark, Mark is one of my graduate students. And that looked like it took a lot of work, right? Did anybody notice that? That looked like probably dedicated like a lot of time to it. We got a proposal due on Friday, Mark. I'm pretty sure I walked into your office and now I know why you had lyrics to We Didn't Start the Fire on your computer. It's fine. We'll talk about it at our one-on-one tomorrow. Sure. All right. Okay, let's start our tour. Like I said, you're going to be seeing lots of open space renders. You can download this software for yourself at openspaceproject.com. Open Space Project is NASA funded, fully funded. We use it to run the planetarium at the Hayden Planetarium. Shout out if have you been there? Has anybody been there? A couple people in the front, nobody in the back, because I am staring at you guys, you're making no noise. So you should come if you haven't been to the Hayden Planetarium. All right, what this tour is going to take you on is our neighbors. How many people feel like they know our cosmic neighbors? I don't know if you guys know them. Well, you know this statement, you should love your neighbor. You should really love your neighbor, but you really should know your neighbors. Like, don't you think you should know who they are? And like, okay, do you know them? Also, this is not your kindergarten neighbor tour, people. This is going to be the new stuff that you either have been seeing it in the news or not. This is like the legitimate new neighbors to all of us here living on planet Earth. And I just want to give you some categories of neighbors that you can think through as I take you through these movies. Also, what time are we wrapping this so I know what... I can't go forever, Mark, you know. 15. All right. So I know because I can look at the clock. All right. Do you know all your neighbors? So here are your categories. You guys remember this movie? I don't know. It's the only movie I know that's called Neighbors. So neighbors. There are some bad neighbors out there, yeah? Okay. Maybe there's going to be some bad neighbors in here. But these are the neighbor categories I'm going to give you. There's a forever neighbor. Basically, they've been there forever. Think about your New York City lifestyle. Like, categorize your neighbors. Like, there's probably neighbors you like and there's probably neighbors you don't like. And this neighbor situation is forever neighbors. They've been there forever. They came in with us. They're leaving with us most likely. Then there's like the moving neighbors. Like, you know how people show up and they're gone before you even realize that they were there? Like the apartment next to you keeps turning over or whatever. Okay, so that's a moving neighbor. They move a lot. They kind of fly through. What could Jackie possibly be talking about? You'll see in a second. Then there's a shy neighbor. Maybe there's a neighbor. Have you ever, like, all of a sudden you realize somebody lived, like, next door, and you're like, oh my God, how long have you been there for? And they're like, every single day you've been here? Or maybe you were like, oh my God, you live in my apartment. Well, I'm going to introduce you to that kind of neighbor that exists in our solar neighborhood. And then there's the young neighbors, maybe the Zac Efron of the world. The young neighbors, the ones that are partying too much. They make a lot of noise. There's like a lot going on, right? So the partiers, they're probably damaging something, very likely. So I'm going to give you those neighbors to us. And this is all in the context of the cosmos. So we're going to start with a neighbor that everybody should know. And I'll let you guys guess the category. Remember, it's a forever neighbor. Been there for forever. The moving neighbor. So they're in and out. The shy neighbor. Oh my God, when did you get here? I've been here forever. And then the young neighbor that's like psycho. Okay. Let's start with this one. Which kind of neighbor is this? Thank you. Thank you, class over here. The rest of you over here are failing. Forever neighbor. This is our sun. And the reason why I'm starting you guys with this one is because there's an event coming up. And I said, when I labeled this talk, I said this is going to be our solar neighborhood tour from Manhattan all the way to Orion and then back. And we're starting here in Manhattan, or New York City, really. And this is a video rendered of sunsets every single day for the entire year, as they might be seen from a bird's eye view somewhere, say, in the middle of Manhattan. And you're seeing the sun change its position every day, our very friendly neighbor at 93 million miles away or so. And it moves at a different, what you end up seeing is the sun, if you were to go outside every night and put your finger exactly pointed at where you see the sun every single day, you would see it set at a different position every day between the winter solstice and the summer solstice. And then like a ping pong ball, it bounces back and forth and back and forth. The word solstice is actually Latin for sun stands still, because the sun doesn't end up, the position that the sun is in kind of holds for a day and then it moves back in the other direction. That ends up leading to a really awesome event here in New York City because of where we're oriented. Do you guys know what I'm referring to? Manhattan Henge, yeah! This is a video that was rendered from the 2012 event. And I'm going to give you the official day and times for 2023, because I'm the one responsible for calculating the exact day and time that it's going to happen, putting it out to the press. And right now, the dates for 2023 are May 29th, which is coming up, at 8:13 p.m. exactly is the time I've calculated the sun will intersect perfectly with the grid of Manhattan, so perfectly between your favorite concrete jungle buildings. So you can look for it. I often get asked this question about Manhattan Henge. Oh, how does the sun set? And do you see how it's coming at it comes at a corner and down? So many people think it comes straight down between the buildings. It's just a misnomer. A lot of the angle that you're seeing here is a result of astronomy, of how the position of the Earth is, the position of Manhattan is, relative to the orbit that the sun is, relative to how the Earth's going around the sun. This is a very dangerous event. Has anybody ever seen it? Yes. Okay, so where do you have to be to see it? Well, you can see it at any of the cross streets, but where in the middle of the street, exactly. So this is what happens. You have to be in the middle of the street, so it's very dangerous. Everybody gets in there. It's a very communal thing. Our friendly neighborhood, our friendly sun neighbor, our very, very forever friend. And one thing that I always try and promote, too, about Manhattan Henge is that this is, So I've rendered this video for you as well, which is showing you something that I've coined, which is called the Manhattan Henge effect. Because we put these dates out and people freak out. They're like, May 28th, 9th came and went and it was cloudy. They were like, I missed it. I'll never see it. I'll never see it. I'm never going to see it. I'm so upset. I'm going to cry myself to sleep. And I'm like, here's my surprise for you. Go outside tomorrow. Watch the sunset tomorrow. I know we tell you this thing about how important it is to go on the exact days for these things. but you're really just trying to get a perfect sunset picture for Instagram. I know what you're doing. I know this is about social media. And so you can see the sun. This is what I call the effect. It's just higher and higher in the sky when it crosses the buildings, okay? So tell this to your favorite people. Between May 29th and July 13th, there is the Manhattan Henge effect. And you'll see, I see this every year, people posting their pictures, hashtags Manhattan Henge, hashtags Manhattan Henge. And I'm like, you took that on June 2nd. That is not Manhattan Henge. I'm fine with it, but please label it correctly. That is Manhattan Henge effect. That is not the official day. That is not the day that I said, nor is it the time. No. That's fine, though. I don't care as long as you label it Manhattan Henge effect. I gave it to you on the previous slide. Pay attention in the back. May 29th. There you go. I'll give it to you again for the back. May 29th, 8:13. July 13th, 8:21. That's when the full sun, half sun, the midpoint of the sun crosses it. Oh, was it? No, don't do this to me. I can't even. There were so many bingos I couldn't hear. And then on May 30th and July 12th, you're going to get the full sun. So the bottom of the sun either kisses the grid or the midpoint of the sun kisses the grid. That's how I do the calculation. All right. And then there is this special one. Actually, Brian Levine loved pointing this one out or trying to catch it. So a lot of people were like, oh my God, it happens for sunset. Does it happen for sunrise? And the answer is yes, it does. And so I have officially calculated them as well. And the official dates for those to watch a sunrise, you have to turn the other way, right, and look east, not west towards the setting sun, but east towards the rising sun. And those official dates are November 28th and 29th and January 11th and 12th. If you want to get up early, be out in the cold, and be kind of miserable, but get a good picture, like this one, you could try for Manhattan Henge sunrise. Okay, so now on to the rest of the tour of our neighbors. And this is going to be a quick zip through all of the crazy things that exist in our vicinity. So here's, oh, no, I want no music. Yeah, there's drama, but I have no interest in the music. So here's our solar system. You guys know these planets, right? Yeah. Mercury, Venus, Earth. I don't know why I have to headline. The end of the night is the worst. It's like, you guys are like, pay my check. I got to get out of here. I'm done. I've been here for 3 hours. All right. Keep going past Pluto. Pluto, planet, not a planet. Pluto, not a planet. Planet, planet. I don't know what you guys said. Doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get you to talk till the next thing comes in, okay? Get ready for it. A neighbor you didn't know is there. Planet 9. Yay or nay, people? Yay. We got to vote. Yeah? Okay, so it's very controversial. Okay, some no's in the back. We're still looking for it, but it's theorized that we actually have another planet. Planet 9 is what it's being called. Pluto would have been Planet 9, but okay, it got axed. It may or may not be there. People are still looking for it. So this one would still be a forever neighbor, but maybe not the one that you were thinking. All right, let's move on. Here's going to be some that you didn't know. All right, let's look at our solar system. This is a video that's rendered for something that happened about 6 years ago. See that yellow that's coming in here? Yeah. All the planets are going round and round and round. Ooh, and look, another one. What could those possibly be? Yeah, okay, comets. I heard comets. That's likely. But who? Vulcans. They're definitely not Vulcans. No, these are some friendly neighbors. No, they're not Vulcans. Great, but this is not Star Trek. Okay, these are actually the orbits of two interstellar objects. The first that we've ever gotten on paper, having visited our solar system. They are the moving neighbors. They came in, did a flyby, and then flew right out. And then an astronomer at Harvard decided to tell everybody that the first one was an alien light sail. Did you guys hear that? This is live streamed, right? I can't say what I want to. No, I can't. No, I'm not. No, you can say it. Yeah, you can say it later, Mark, because I'm just not going to do it. I just don't believe it. That's it. That's what I'm going to say. Because it's recorded. I'm not going on record. All right, next up, moving friends. Now, this is important to realize. That's our sun at the center there, and now I've moved time about 10,000 years a second. Stars are always in motion. Always in motion, right? So the closest star is? The sun, sure. I gave you that one already. What's next? Okay, Proxima Centauri. Is it always going to be Proxima Centauri? No! Oh my God, you guys are so good. What's it going to be? No. Wrong over here. I heard Brian, I know. I want to hear an astronomer shout it out. Back to the table. Come on, guys. You guys hear me talk about this all the time. It is not serious. Nobody? Jesus. Guys. Come on. It's called Gliese 710. Do you not like that name? In 1.1 million years, do you know how close it's going to get? Do you know? Do you know this? You guys should know. Everybody should know this. This is why this is the neighbors talk. Gliese 710 is not going to just fly closer than Proxen, which is, whatever, a couple light years away. It is going to fly within our Oort cloud. It is coming into our solar system. Beep, beep, guess who's coming? Like 60, you know our sun to I showed you Planet 9, right? That's 1,500 astronomical units, or how far the Earth is away. It's going to come 16,000. That's it, people. And it's probably carrying a solar system with it. So Gliese 710, don't forget, especially the room here. Yeah, all right. I mean, you should be scared. I don't want to scare you, but, in about 1 million years. 1 million years. 1 million years, guys. You might be dead. All right, next to the next neighbor, there's 2 more categories of neighbors, and then I'm out of here. This is a view of the 20 parsecs, the sample of objects very, very close to you. Everything in red is a brown dwarf. Objects in between stars and planets. They don't burn any hydrogen. They're so confusing, they mess up the word planet. Okay, so our closest neighbors are, let's see, we got Proxima Cen. What comes after Proxima Cen? Alpha Centauri. I'm giving it away here. It was in Mark's song. The neighbors that are hiding, the shy neighbors, are these 2 objects. One is a system, lumen 16A and B. It's 2 brown dwarfs. And then another one that's very, very cold and is basically, it's insane. It's very, very cold. It's basically Jupiter. And both of them are within this super close radius of us. You should not be finding new objects that are very close. They are the 3rd and 4th closest objects to the sun, and they were only discovered 8 years ago. Yeah. All right, the catalog that blows us all away is Gaia. You guys heard about that already. And now for your last character in all of this is going to be the young kids. These freaking rasky little crazy things that are out there. This is, yeah, you're going to see them break stuff. Okay, but this video just is going to start us off by taking us in a little view to see how many stars are out there that your eye cannot see. So we're going to light up what it is that you can't see. All right, impressive, right? And now, on to the weird ones in here. But that's just a lot of stars, and it's just going to confuse the crap out of you if I just show you that. So there's young ones in here, there's old ones in there, there's all sorts of things in there. But let's look at the ones that are young. And now, this is showing you a bird's eye view from maybe I've moved us probably 300 light years away or so. And there's all these clumps of stars that move together. So let's take a little trip to one of them. And so this is a trip to Orion that I'm going to take you on, that I promised I would take you on. And let me tell you why these are the young partiers. They're wrecking shit up left, right, and center. How many people have ever heard of the local bubble? Like 3 applause. I thought we had professional astronomers in here. I am going to astrophysics, whichever one we want to do. You should know about the local bubble, people. We're inside it. And it was formed out of the cavity of a supernova that went off. Because young stars, they don't live very long, right? So something happened, and now I'm going to take us through Orion, where you can have another one of these events. And what is occurring is that these young stars, they're very active, they have a lot of energy, they're blowing winds all over the place, and we exist, our solar system is inside of this local bubble, accidentally there. We just happen to be passing through what is the remnant of a supernova that went off. Likely in some of these young star-forming regions, Orion of which is one of them. And I've just flown you to what that structure looks like. Now here's the crazy part about the young stars. So we entered the local bubble probably a couple million years ago, our solar system. And when we did, there was a shell that we entered that ended up changing the shape of the heliosphere, of the kind of protective area around that comes off of the sun and then comes around the Earth. And when that happened, the Earth got exposed to extra radiation. And you can see, this is really new astrophysics research, you can actually see in these cores, these ice cores that they've pulled out of the ocean, you can actually see the signature of the radiation that we got when we entered that stinking local bubble. And we are gonna leave the local bubble soon enough. And when we do, we are once again exposed to this extra radiation. That is all due to your little friendly young stars that can't hold it together. They just go boom! That's what they do, man. These young stars, not all of them, but the big ones, and the big ones are the problems. And they create these bubbles. And Orion's got a whole bunch of them in there. So folks, that's my time. Don't be scared by the neighbors that I gave you. If you want to see more of this, we usually do this inside of the Hayden Planetarium. And so we do monthly programs, once a month, live programs. Megan, if she's still here, is the manager of the programs. You can always come see this with the dome wrapped around you, and it really feels like you're in a flight on the way. All right, I'm going to hand this back over to the Astronomy on Tap crew. Good job,
Everybody,
guys.
a huge round of applause to Jackie! Jackie, just wait 1 second. Just to point out, Jackie, how many people have you shown those videos to?
Oh, yeah, there's not many people that have ever seen this. So you guys are amongst a very, very small number.
There's 100 people here, and you're probably in the first 150 to see this.
Yeah, you're real special.
This is real cutting edge. Everybody, a huge round of applause to Jackie! And Jackie, all that applause means we don't have to talk about this at our group meeting later. Great, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna quickly draw 5 more prizes for the trivia. The folks who did the trivia, we're just gonna do a raffle drawing of these 5 prizes up here. We've got 3 hats, a hoodie, and a shirt. I have so many.
Can I help? I
Yes.
have an extra hand.
Good. You draw it and
Okay.
call the number, please.
I can read numbers. I can definitely read numbers. 317-483.
483 winner! Come on up. Yes, come here and grab a thing.
Okay. Okay. 317-484.
484, right here. Right next to the prizes. Great. Everybody, round of applause for Melise. Everybody give a round of applause to Melise. Melise will be joining the Astronomy on Tap team potentially soon. You want to draw a ticket for us? Sure. Any ticket. And we realize we're reaching the end of the night. We're going to get a couple more raffle prizes. I think there's one more thing. Not a talk, don't worry. What do we got? Just grab one. Do it. I'm talking to here. Oh, right here. Right, go.
Okay. 317-494.
494 winner! Great, coming up over here. We've got 2 more. They're all hats now. You gotta come over here.
317. Oh, wow, it looks like I'm Looks like I'm cheating, but I'm not. 492.
492. Winner, Dave! Come over here. Dave, over here. David, over here.
You got a hat? Oh, walk over there.
And our last one for this round, we have the big prizes coming next. Oh, but this is still a small prize.
317-479.
479.
479. Going once.
Going once.
Going twice.
Put it in the back. Wait, hold on. I'm going to pour these into here. And then, this is your hat. Hooray. A huge round of applause to our winners. I don't know. Fuck it. Hey, applaud yourselves. You made it this far. Yeah! Brian, what's next?
What's next is we have a late video submission. Do you want to introduce?
This is the one thing that needs no introduction. Play the clip.
10 trips around the sun. Congratulations. Astronomy on Tap. 10 trips around the sun. Congratulations. Not only should we all just keep looking up, but especially y'all, keep drinking in the universe.
One more time. No, pause it.
We gotta go. Okay.
Because I need to tell you how Neil sent this, and I said, thank you for sending this, Neil. And he said, it is factual and intimate.
Okay.
Astronomy on Tap. Astronomy on Tap. 10 trips around the sun. Congratulations. Not only should we all just keep looking up, but especially y'all, keep drinking in the universe.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, everybody!
Nobody will ever watch Cosmos the same way again.
All right, Brian, what do we have left?
Big prizes!
We have the big prizes. Wait, I think Brian has to...
Oh, we're going to plug some stuff.
We got to plug some stuff first. So, Rosemary, if you're around, come up on
also,
stage.
Caitlin, Afra, to the stage, please. Caitlin and Afra, to the stage. Chris, come on up to the stage, too. Let's see everybody up here.
Yeah, so just again, happy birthday to us. Thank you.
If Ryan G is here, I have a special delivery from Startorialist for Ryan G. Come to the side of the stage, please.
Oh, wait, and Melise, actually, you wanted to say something. I'm sorry, I overshadowed.
Yes, Melise, it's the
Melise,
time.
what did you want to do?
If you would like a photo of your group, please put your hand up so I can take a photo and put it down when I'm done taking the photo. And that's basically it. And if you don't raise your hand, you get no photo, and there's no proof that you were ever here.
Ooh.
If it's not online, it didn't happen.
Exactly.
Clearly. So.
Yes, good. Go, Brian.
All right, yeah, we have, just wanted to plug, we have some upcoming events starting again next week. Our regular monthly events now are at Pete's Candy Store, as mentioned earlier, in Brooklyn, not at Jake's Dilemma, as I also mentioned earlier. And I wanted
It's
April...
called Silly Science because this was very serious science, obviously.
Yeah, I'm speaking at that.
Mark is speaking at that one.
And who else do we have?
Lev Parsons. He is, I don't think, here tonight.
Lev Parsons as well, who is getting his PhD, also a previous astronomy educator. So that'll be a good event. Pete's Candy Store on the April 18th.
Yep, and then again on May 16th. But the April 18th show is part of the Taste of Science. So Rosemary is up here, and we have one more set mug and pint glass to hand out. So tell us what Taste of Science is, and then we'll draw for that.
Well, and it's very nice. This is how I drink most of my liquids at home, is what I was saying, out of pint glasses from Taste of Science. Taste of Science, I have a question. Do you like drinking in bars? Just clap. Do you like listening to science while you drink in bars? Do you like all that to be free and you just hang out with cool people? that is also what got me into this 10 years ago. So Taste of Science is a national organization. It's science outreach for adults, meaning that we do science talks in bars. And we have a festival every April. And this will be our first one back in person in a number of years. So we're really, really excited. So yeah, clap for that, because we all did that. I bought this star at a 99-cent store so that I could show you. One of our wonderful oldest partners is Astro on Tap. So we're really excited. Astro on Tap is one of our events on April 18th. Please come out to that one. We also, that wasn't enough. Wait, do that again. We have two more really exciting ones that you'll like, because once the universe explodes and the stars explode and all the elements, rush across the universe, you could track them in the Environmental Exposures event on the 19th, which is at our home bar, Ryan's Daughter. It's on the Upper East Side, 85th and 1st Avenue. Wonderful place. This is really cool. We'll have two speakers who will talk about kind of environmental exposures and what that does to health and brain development, especially over the lifetime. And then you could further follow those elements in the origins of our own species. So we have another event on the 26th on human evolution, and we'll have two speakers who will talk about how we use things like teeth and paleoclimate to reconstruct our oldest tools and how our diet has changed. Really exciting topics. They're all free. You can register online. Taste of Science, and we're so happy to be a part of this. Thank you so much for your time. Come out and do more science in bars.
Brian, we have to draw a ticket for these Taste of Science prizes. Get off your phone, Brian. We're still on the clock.
Oh my God. I get to say a number, which is dope. And then that number, actually, this is a good number for a science. Because it's 142. Yeah, the answer is 142.
Winner! You can just give it to him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you, Rosemary. And
Hooray!
definitely.
Taste of Science, all time. Great.
So, our final round of raffle prizes now. What do we have here? We've got. We could do a drum roll.
Also, Irene and Emily to the stage, please. Irene and Emily to the stage so that we can. Actually, wait. Irene and Emily, or if you are doing things. Irene and Emily, can you come to the bar? Everybody, please give her a round of applause to Irene. Everyone here.
Oh yeah. Irene's supposed to be up.
Amazing. Emily, where's Emily?
Emily's looking up something. That's
Emily.
what I was texting on my phone about. Thank you.
Okay, wait. Save your. There's Emily. Emily. Emily.
Right. So we've got the best three. We subjectively said the best three prizes left. The NASA Archives. Irene, I think, is holding that one up right now. This is a sealed, fancy print out of the NASA Archives in like a coffee table book. That's what the word
Brian
I'm
made
looking
us leave it in the plastic. We actually have no idea what it is, but it's very heavy, and Brian made us leave it in the plastic. And it says NASA on it.
Yep. And so, Emily, here, choose one.
Am I going to do this? Oh my God, there's so many raffles. Okay. 317090. 090. Must be present to win.
090.
090. Yes,
Hey!
yes, yes. Yay!
Next. I think this one super special. I almost kept it for myself. 2 copies of Skeptical Inquirer magazine featuring one young, because I think these are both from the 90s, Neil Tyson. And then, of course, he signed them for us. So both copies are going to...
But that's the 90s. That was only 10 years ago.
Yeah.
0317087.
Hey!
Woo!
And finally, I think this was Emily's favorite prize here. This is the robot.
An actual robot.
A fucking
This
robot.
is a fucking, yeah.
Fucking robot! Eric Adams, get rid of that shit. Somebody else get this.
Hopefully it works. It's also still in the plastic. This is like 317-140. Who is taking home the robot? 140.
Oh, is that? Hey!
Is that Ryan? Yay! You know, also with the robot, we have to start Astronomy on Tap Uptown. We're going to do this in the north of the city. What? Yeah,
All
she's
right.
coming.
Oop, we already did that slide. We did the raffle. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah! I feel like we're missing somebody. Wasn't somebody else here before?
I think you were going to plug your startorial list first.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
slide. Hey!
Carly, oh my goodness!
I don't think we've ever been on stage.
I have never met Carly before in my life.
Where did Caitlin go?
Oh my goodness, Caitlin is not here. I think Caitlin was called away by a children and family emergency at AM&H.
So, by the way, you can get this shirt on Startorial List, and you can get 10% off using the discount code AoT asterisk. Doing great.
Nothing to see here.
Winning. We're gonna keep it on like this now.
I believe Emily used
What
to
was
say...
that discount code?
Anyways, AoT asterisk NYC.
Alrighty. Yeah, I know. Good. All right. So we were supposed to be bringing everyone up on stage next. They're all here. So this is the Astronomy on Tap crew. Thank you.
I know that we have a bunch of past presenters in the audience. We have a bunch of students in the audience. Thank you I cannot believe that we've gotten away with this for 10 years. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you so much for loving space.
But we're not done yet, Emily.
We're not done yet. Sorry, I'm
We've
going
got
to
like
repeat
2
too
or 3
early.
more things to do. One, Marku, we're our cosmic microwave background
Right.
ticket buyers.
Say it? You say it.
Yes.
You say it. No, you got the list. Oh, fuck. All right. These people contributed a lot to tonight, so we'd like to call them out on stage. David Stahl and Chris Bitar. Thank you so much for your contributions tonight.
Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight, but especially those people.
Yeah. The rest of you are really great, but they're better than you. Thank you so much.
And Mark is holding a visualization of the cosmic microwave background. Whoops.
This is when NASA used to have a budget to make fun things. No. That is vintage. That stays with me.
But our very last thing that we want to bring up, Andy, come on up, please.
Andy, we have a special gift for Andy.
If I can say one thing about Andy and the way station, please? Thanks. I talked about Givens during my talk and stuff. Like, Astron Tap to me was always at the way station. It was always there. Like, that was the place for it to be. And for it to no longer be there is so different. But Andy made that happen. Andy made the way station happen for so long. And so, everybody, please give a round of applause to Andy.
Andy, we hear, firstly, that you have a couple of bonus prizes to give out. So we have 2 copies. We had 2 copies. They were here a moment ago. And I don't know if you caught this, but we gave out the other book earlier because we needed extra prizes. But can someone grab Space Bear? We have 2 copies of Andy's current cocktail guide
Carly, why
to the
don't you
galaxy.
grab a number?
Andy, pick out some numbers.
Oh, Andy, grab, sorry.
And we are looking for a number. I'm getting old. Ending in 358. 358. You have just won a copy of the Cocktail Guide to the Galaxy, inspired by my time running the way station.
That's
soon
vintage.
to be published by Berlinica. In German. In Germany.
Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch.
We have a second one.
Carly's so
We are looking for a 317-366.
Wow, that's how many days are in a year.
And we can't let Andy go without giving Andy a surprise gift. What do we got here?
Dun, 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 dun.
This is a rocket cocktail shaker.
With
Customized with our new Astronomy on Tap logo for Andy.
I accept.
Hold the bottom. Those
and
are
this
available at
is, this is
Sartorius.
the clouds and stuff getting in the way.
This is a superhero cape. That's meant to happen. That's
a cocktail
totally meant
shaker.
to happen. That's not meant to happen. Thank you and good night.
We're gonna put on a playlist, pay your bill, tip the
Tip
staff.
your bartenders, tip the staff.
Thank you so much
We're
for coming
done.
out.
Yes, we're
Thank you
done.
also. Thank you also. Amateur astronomers over the years have been good friends. Biology on Tap, Sexology on Tap, which started because of Astronomy on Tap. Thank you all. Have a wonderful night. Come see us again. And here's to another 10 years and keep looking up. Yes.
Hit it! Oh, yeah, we should get a photo.